this is Hannah and welcome to my channel. So today is the day and my video is going to be about my story time with Hindi and how I do speak Hindi. So many of you guys keep asking me,
where are you from? Do you speak Hindi? How do you speak Hindi? How did you learn Hindi? When and how were you introduced to Bollywood cinema?
So I decided to make the whole video about it and start from the beginning till the end. So get ready. Well, first I'll be speaking in English because it's my favorite language, and whenever I like to talk about my feelings, my emotions, and express my things, I prefer to speak in English because it's a language which I feel really myself. I really prefer it more than my mother language. So let's start our video. Let's start from the very beginning. I'm Moroccan. I'm from Morocco and now I live in France. I started watching Bollywood movies at a very young age when I had only 5 years old, and that was thanks to my aunties who were very addicted to Bollywood cinema, or maybe addicted to Shah Rukh Khan's movies in that time, if I can say. So they were really a lot into it, and I can say that in my 5 years old I watched more than 20 Bollywood movies, and more than 10 of them were Shah Rukh Khan's movies like DDLG, Karan Arjun, Dar, Bazigar, Badshah, what else? Dil To Pagal Hai. Another one was with Madhuri Dixit and Salman Khan. I don't really remember the title, but I'm gonna put the picture just right here. What else? Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Muhabbaten, Veer Zara, Devdas, Kal Ho Na Ho, Main Hoon Na, Paradise, and Duplicate. So a lot of Shah Rukh Khan's movies. So I can say that I really love Shah Rukh Khan, and I really love and cherish and appreciate everything related to my childhood, and Shah Rukh Khan is a very big, huge, major part of my childhood. So in that age, because I watched a lot of Indian movies, I started learning some few expressions and some few words like Q, Kya, Kaha, some things like that. I don't remember. So it's normal, you know, how much the child brain is very active in that phase. So by time I keep watching Bollywood movies until now, until I became a big, huge fan of the whole industry, until I became a very big addicted to the cinema, and it just becomes my passion. Bollywood is really my passion. Knowing everything about it and what's going on around is really my passion. So I always knew that I know some words in Hindi, like some basics, but I never thought that I'm able to speak or to understand Hindi until one day I was in the car with my parents and I was listening to Gerua song from the movie Dilwale of Shah Rukh Khan and Kajol, and I found out that I can understand everything. I really can understand everything from the beginning until the end, every word, every bit of the lyric. So I found it bizarre because I didn't know that I'm able to understand, you know. I thought it's normal. So I asked my dad, Dad, do you understand what he's singing? Do you understand what he's saying? He said no. I said, how can't you understand? Like it's really clear. It's very clear and very simple. He said no. So I asked my mom the same thing. She said no.
So I said, what?
Don't you really understand what they're saying? They said no. So in that time I realized that I can understand Hindi. So it was the first step of everything. And I said, just how? Because for me, I thought that it's so normal to understand some words, some few expressions. It's so normal. I've never thought about it like I can understand or I can speak Hindi, you know. I said, for me, I thought that it's just basics, just normal, and I thought that just because there are some words a little bit related to my mother language, which is Arabic, then I'm able to understand, but it was never the case. And in that day I realized a big thing, that I can speak and I can understand, you know. So this is how I learned Hindi, because of my love to India, because of my love to Bollywood. I started in a very young age when I was just a child of 5 years old, and it just started like that. My Instagram is just full of Indian pages and Bollywood pages like Bollywood Hangama, Instant Bollywood, Filmfare, and a lot of them. So they are in Hindi, in English, and this is how I learned. And also I watched some videos on my YouTube about Bollywood gossips and Bollywood news and what's going on around and exactly in the industry. I used to watch videos in Hindi, but I didn't pay attention because I thought they're speaking in English. So when I'm able to understand Hindi in the videos, I don't pay attention, because when I finish my video, for me it was English and they were speaking English. So I've never paid attention until that day. And after that, I keep watching this kind of videos. I keep following my Indian and Bollywood pages that I have on my Instagram, my Facebook, or on my YouTube especially. Also in Middle East, we have a channel especially for Bollywood and everything about Bollywood. Like Bollywood and like Indian series, Bollywood cinema, Bollywood industry, some Bollywood shows like Coffee with Karan, like Best Friend Couch, and what was else, like many of them. And my happiest big day was when there are a festival awards like Filmfare, like IFA, Zee Awards or something like that. So I'm very into it, and that was my big day because really I enjoy every moment of it, really. So whenever there is a festival award, I tell my mom 1 week or maybe 2 weeks before the day, the big day, and telling her that I won't be available because I have something very serious, or I have a party, or I have a festival awards. I was and still I am so into it. So that's it, guys. I'm Moroccan and I love everything about Bollywood, like everything. I love everything about the industry, and I love to know, like when I start speaking about Bollywood, I never finish, like I never finish literally. And I can tell you guys that I really can feel what any typical Desi person would feel about Bollywood and about India and about everything. I enjoy the old movies, I enjoy the black and white movies, I enjoy the classical movies and the classical songs. I enjoy everything like any typical Disney person would enjoy it. Like the same way my love for Bollywood and my love for India is really big and huge. I understand the language and I can speak Hindi also. For me, the language is like a culture, and especially for Hindi, if you want to understand a language, you have to understand the culture. And for me, India and Bollywood is my second culture. Like I really don't know any other culture more than the Bollywood culture, as it's really my second culture. And believe me or not, if I wasn't an engineer student for now, I would be a very successful actress in Bollywood cinema. That was always my dream, and it still always my dream. So thank you a lot, guys, for watching me, and hope you enjoyed every bit of my video, and I hope that I was able to answer all the questions that you keep asking me. So I started everything on my 5 years old, and I never attended courses to learn about Hindi. It was just because of my love to India, because my love and my appreciation to the industry, and because I watched a lot of Bollywood movies, as simple as that. And this is how I learn, and this is how I can speak, and this is how I can understand. And the most important thing that I'm able to understand, if I was in a Hindi environment and all the people around me speaking Hindi, I'm able to understand everything. And I guess that's the point, that's the purpose. If they're speaking about me, I can understand. Like even if somebody curses me or try to insult me, I would be able to understand everything. I know how to insult, and I know how to curse also. So thank you a lot, guys, and hope you enjoyed again. And that's it, that's the whole thing, and see you in my next videos. Thank you a lot. Ciao ciao.